Good morning. Today we will discuss the crystallization of ternary magma. In my videos, we discussed the crystallization of unicomponent magma, bicomponent magma, non-mixed crystals, bicomponent magma, mixed crystals, and now we will discuss the crystallization of ternary magma. Ternary means there are three components in the magma, and first of all, we will understand that how to plot three components graphically. So before starting the crystallization of ternary magma, I will concentrate on the plotting of three components graphically. So the simplest way to plot for any system which has three components or three variables is by equilateral triangle, or you can say by triangular graph. Now here it is a graph, right? This is equilateral triangle, right? Now I have marked these corners of the triangle as ABC. So in this graph, at point or at corner A, that vertex A represents 100% A, and the value of A on line BC is 0. On this your line, this value is 0 for A. What it means that more the distance far it is from A, less will be the value, and as we move towards A, the value of A increases, right? Similarly, at vertex B, this is vertex B, here the value of B is 100, and line AC, on line AC the value of B will be 0, and as we move towards B, the value of B will increase. So what it means that the corners of triangle represent unicomponent magma, right? Now the sides of the triangle, they represent bicomponent magma. Say your side AB, right? This is your AB. Now on this line we can mark the various possible composition of A and B, right? And because this line represents sensu stricto, this line represents the various possible composition of A and B, the value of C will naturally be 0, right? So any line, say for this line, it represents the composition of A and C, the B will be 0. Similarly on this line, B and C, whereas your A is 0. So the lines represent bicomponent magma, but a point inside the triangle, right, any point inside the triangle will represent the various possible composition of the three components. Now how to plot? Suppose we are given the composition as A80 B20. How will mark that composition? Because this is say there are three components A, B and C. A is 80, B is 20 and C is 0, right? So the point will lie on the line AB and it will be nearer to A. So this point, this is AB line, right? This is 50, A 50B. As we move towards A, this is the point, you can say. This is A80, B20 and C will be 0. Another, say you just mark a point, say A50, B25, C25. Now it is very clear that this line, this is say 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This line is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is the line, right? This is A50, and on this B25 means this is 0 for B, This is tan 20, then 25, this is there, right? And naturally this point will coincide with your C25. So the point I just mark it. This is the point. This is, I can take the brush, right? This is, the point is somewhere here. So this will represent your A50, B25, C25. Once there are values for three components, naturally that point will lie inside that triangle. So it is clear, we can mark hundreds, thousands of, you can say, the points which will represent the proportion of three variables A, B and C on this diagram. So the three components can be represented on a triangular graph in 2 dimensions. So this diagram is of application in all your physical sciences. Even in geology we use it in the phase diagram, in the crystallization of ternary magmas, and in metamorphic petrology in plotting ACF values, or you can say the ACF diagram developed by Ascola. So the basic thing that we should represent, or in any day-to-day life where a system has three components or three variables, they can be marked by taking help of an equilateral triangle, or you can say the triangular graph. The concept is very clear of plotting, that the vertex of the corners will represent 100% of that particular. If it is on A corner, A100, on B, B100 and C, C100, right? And naturally the rest too will be 0 at that point. Similarly, the lines, I repeat, the lines will represent the composition of two variables. Third will be 0. So the lines, or you can the sides of the triangle, the sides of the triangle represent the two components. But a point inside the triangle, any point inside the triangle, you can say it like, they will represent the composition of three variables. So this is how we can mark the three. Say for example, in what we will study, say for example on A we can take the in the crystallization of ternary magma diopside, on say B corner we can take albite, and on the C corner anorthite, and the various possible composition of these three, diopside, albite and anorthite, can be marked now on this graph paper. So first in this video I want to make you understand that how to plot on this triangular graph. It should be very clear. Now suppose the values, here we get the straight values, say A80, B20, like that in the percent form. But suppose somewhere you get the values in the variable values, say it is 500A, right? B is your say 300 and C is your 200. Now how you will mark this? For marking this we have to recalculate these values to 100. The total of these three, 5, 3 and 200, it is 1000. So the value of A will be 500 upon 1000 into 100, right? So that will be 50. So the value of A will be 50, and similarly the value of B will be 300 upon 1000 into 100, right? That will be 30, and same way the value of C will be 20. So the values of A and B, C, we have to recalculate to 100, and just what example we have taken in which the variable values were 500, 300 and 200, they are recalculated. On recalculation we get the value of A as 50, B as 30 and C as 20. Now we can very well mark this point. This point will naturally, now A will be 0 on this line, right? The value will increase 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. On this line the value of A will be 50. Now the value of B on this line will be your 0, and as we move towards B the value will increase. So it will be 10, 20, 30. So where these two lines intersect, this is the point, right? This is the point, and similarly it will coincide with your C20. So the point will lie here. So Never mind, if the values are not in percent form, we can calculate in percent form by recalculating to 100, and then only we can plot these values in this diagram. So first, before studying the ternary crystallization magma, you should be very clear by taking different examples of the three components A, B and C. For example, you can mark it. I can give for you practice the different values and how you will plot on this diagram. So the plotting is very important. This is all called ternary plotting. If there are three variables, three composition, three component, if they are given their proportion, then you have to mark that point, because the composition of three variables will be marked by a single point, and that point you all know that we have taken that point by recalculating to 100 and marking the different, you can say, the lines on which that point will lie, then intersection of two line, and actually third line will automatically coincide with this. The beauty of this is that if you take only values of 2, that is say A, B, C will automatically coincide on that point, right? So the center, let us conclude, say the center of the triangle. What will be the values of A, B and C? The center of the triangle, naturally the values of A, B and C will be your 33.5, 33.5, 33.3, you can say 33.3 and 33.3, because all are equidistant, because that point will be equidistant from three corners A, B and C, and accordingly the point will lie in the center of the triangle, and the values of A, B and C will be 33.3 each. So like this, you can, I think it is clear to you how we can you can plot the composition of three variables. And in next my video, then we will be taking the crystallization of ternary magma. Same way, the composition of three components will be marked, and your temperature, you can say isotherms, will be imposed on it. Thank you very much.